Dear learners, I am teacher Tariq. It is the 10th of May 2025. It's Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna filming an amazing video about performative verbs, or we call them speech act verbs. What are these verbs? Let's know this in this lesson. Stay with me. Let's get started this lesson. I've written lots of verbs on the board. You can memorize them all later. Promise. We mostly use these verbs in the present simple tense. In the present simple tense with first person singular subjective pronoun, that is I. I promise, I declare, I apologize, I thank. I thank you for your help. Won, beg, I bet, I name, I order, I grant, I forgive you, I insist, I invite, I recommend, I refuse, I request, I suggest, I admit, I confess, I congratulate, I deny, I forbid, I predict, I remind, I resign, I swear, I certify, I agree, I approve, I announce, I pronounce, I guarantee, I accept, I disagree, I remind, I acknowledge, I advise, etc. Are verbs that directly perform the act they describe. You focus on these two lines are verbs that directly perform the act they describe. For example, I will write here a sentence. I woke slowly. Okay? I woke slowly. This verb is in the present simple tense here. Yes. I woke is the first form of verb. I woke slowly. I woke slowly. So when I say this sentence to you, I woke slowly, I am just expressing my habit, nothing else. It does not mean, now you see, at the time of speaking, I am not working. But still then I say I walk slowly. It's nothing, it's my habit, nothing else. It does not mean I'm doing this action at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking, you see, I'm before you, I'm not walking. I'm teaching you this, but I'm not walking at the time of speaking. But still then I say this time right now before you, I walk slowly. What's it? It's my habit, nothing else. When I walk slowly. It is just that. When I walk slowly. It does not mean I'm doing this right now. But instead of this, when I say, right now, when I say, I will give you the book. I will give you a book. I promise. Just I say, I promise. What's it now? When I say I promise, it means when I say promise, it means right now I'm creating a promise. So we call them speech act verbs. So we should be careful with these words. In the right situation, we use these verbs. For example, I will write one more example. It will be easy to you. Now you see, this is my marker. Before you, I name this marker. I name this marker the king. I name this marker. I name the marker the king. Now I will ask you a question. Right now, what is the name of this marker? Definitely you will say the king. Because before you, I named the thing. That means at the same time when I utter this word name as a verb, when I utter this word, it means at the same time it performs the act it describes. It's not like this walk. Yeah, I say I run, I walk, I talk. So these verbs, they are totally different. These verbs are totally different from these words. From these verbs. So we call them speech act verbs. So I say I name the marker. I name the marker. I name the marker the king. The king. I name the marker the king. So at the same time, when I say, so you see, more examples. I grant you permission. I say, I grant you permission. When will you get permission now? No. When I utter this word, for example, I'm your boss. When I utter this word, grant, I grant you permission. That means at the same time, you are getting the permission. Okay? I grant you permission. I grant you. I grant you permission. Okay? I swear. One more example. I swear I will never do it. I will never do it again. For example, in this way, I will never do it again. I swear. I talked to you in a rude manner earlier. I talked to you in a rude manner. I apologize. I apologize. So, when we utter these words, they perform the act they describe. I pronounce you, a wife, a husband and a wife. I accept, I admit, I admit I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I admit. I confess. I did wrong. I did wrong. I confess. I congratulate you on your success. I deny to go there. I agree with your words. I disagree with your words. I remind you of your words. I remind you of your words. I predict It will rain tomorrow. I order you to go. I order you to stop. When I say I order. At the same time, it performs the act it describes. So we call them subject verbs. Okay, dears? I forgive you. I forgive you. I insist you. I insist you to come with me. Okay, thank you, dears. Thank you.